This is M from the 33 Secrets. I am driving along here in the pouring rain. It's oddly like raining tonight. Coming from a night out, I had a date that ended pretty late, so I'm driving home right now and pretty exhausted, but I wanted to shoot this quick coaching video talking about why you should keep backups in LTRs, in long-term relationships. Why you guys should have backups, okay? As I always teach you guys, the scariest number in the world is the number 1, okay? Only having one option. When the girl knows you only have one option, it's not a good place to be, okay? That girl knows that she could get away with treating you like shit. She could get away with poison dripping you. She could get away with throwing hissy fits, acting out whenever she wants to, mouthing off to you, disrespecting you, because she knows that you have nowhere else to go. And she knows even if you leave her, you cannot replace her as quickly as she can replace you. Okay, a woman doesn't even have to be that cute. She could be a 5 in looks. Okay, she could be a 5 or 6 in looks, and she could still go out there to any bar or venue and go home with any guy she wants, practically. Okay, because most guys, they see a cute girl, they'll be like, yeah, I'll go home with that girl. Doesn't mean he's gonna like wife her up or even want to enter a relationship with her, but if she wanted to go home with some new guy, she can do that the second you guys break up. Within hours, she can pull that off. Whereas you cannot do that as a guy, okay? I don't care if you look like a male model. You cannot walk into any bar you want and walk out, with any girl you want just like that, especially at the level of game that most guys have, which is very, very average to subpar game. Most guys can't pull that off. Even me, I do game 4 or 5 times a week. I take students out all the time. And, when I pull a girl, a lot of times, it takes a lot of skill to do it, but there are a certain amount of green lights that have to line up in order for me to pull that off. Okay, there are a certain amount of green lights, and they could vary. The girl could be ovulating and horny, take me home. The girl could just be coming from a breakup, take me home. Or the girl could be completely sexually satisfied, but she's bored, and I happen to pump her emotions up a little bit. I happen to physically escalate. I get her aroused emotionally, mentally, sexually, to the point where she's like, you know what, let's do this. You're cute. Come home with me. But can I guarantee I could do that every night? No. Like I said, certain amount of green lights have to line up. I don't need a full expressway full of green lights. I just need a few to line up, enough to get me the pull. But even with my skill, I cannot guarantee a pull, okay? Whereas a girl, she doesn't have to be that cute. She could guarantee to pull a guy if she wanted to, right? You're a girl. And if she does happen to be cute, if she's like a 7 or 8 looks, you bet your ass she can pull that off. Okay, very, very quickly. Most guys will be happy to not only go home with her, but to make her their girlfriend and wife her up. Most guys would be happy to marry a 7 on their best day. So you have to understand, when you're in these LTRs with these girls, and you've been in these situations before, most of you guys have, the second your girl breaks up with you, you're back out at the club, you're back out bar hopping, you're with your buddies, and you're just depressed, right? Life just sucks because you're back out there and you're missing your girl. Here you are trying to approach girls that aren't even half as good looking as your girl, and you're getting rejected. You're feeling worse about yourself. Here you are after a relationship, 3, 4, 5 years invested with this chick. You're back out there, you're older, you're fatter, you're losing more hair is going gray, right? You're just not feeling it as much as you used to anymore, but you have no choice. You're back out there, trying to make something happen, trying to meet a new girl. And especially in today's modern day where all these girls are on social media or Tinder, they basically have their choice of high value men they can easily summon with one hand, using their cell phone. They don't have to go far to meet high value men, so why should she choose you, right? So for you guys who are in these long-term relationships, it is very, very dangerous for you not to have any backup options. Now, when I say backup options, I'm not telling you to go out like, have these backup options and cheat on your girl whenever she screws up. No, I'm not saying that at all. because I've been in a monogamous relationship with women where I've had backup options and I was completely faithful to my girl. I didn't do anything. But the backup options were there where they served a very important purpose in my relationship, and that purpose was called competition anxiety. And I let my girl know that those backups were right there waiting, okay? Right there waiting to take her place if and when she ever screwed up. Okay, whereas before, I didn't have those backups, right? I was always doing pickup, and I had great game, but the second I'd get a girlfriend back then, I'd drop everyone. I'm like, yep, this is the girl. I'm gonna abandon my sexual mating strategy. I'm just gonna make her the center of my universe. I made the mistake of doing that. I haven't done that in over 10 years, probably since like 2006. That was the last time I made my girlfriend the center of my universe. Haven't done it since. And you know what? I've never been treated so well in my life, because these girls know, they feel that competition anxiety. They know they could be replaced at any given time. They don't mouth off to me. They don't disrespect me. They don't act out. They don't throw hissy fits like a lot of your women likely do, because they know that you don't have any other options, right? They don't do any of that stuff. They don't run off to happy hour with their girlfriends after work like a lot of your girls do. They don't do any of that. As soon as I text these girls, they respond, like many times within less than a minute. Within less than a minute, I could get a response from any of the 6 girls that I'm dating right now. They'll respond like that, like it's nothing. If I feel like going to dinner somewhere and I don't have money, I just text, hey, I'm hungry, I want Mexican tonight. Let's go get some Mexican food, but oh shoot, I don't have money right now. They will gladly take me out. You know, not that I do that. I mean, because I'm doing okay for myself these days. So I mean, I don't need their charity. But if I wanted to, I have that option. Okay, I have that option. And these girls know that I'm dating other women. That's another thing. But they stay completely in line because they know those backup options are there. And this is why I always tell my students, when you're single and before you have a girlfriend, you should be creating a circle of dating options, okay? You should be creating a circle of dating options for yourself for when the time comes. You know, well, let me back up a step. You want that circle of dating options because you want to be able to choose your girlfriend, your next girlfriend, from a place of abundance and not scarcity. Because how do most guys choose their girlfriend? They choose their girlfriends from a place of scarcity. Usually that girl that they choose to become their girlfriend is that one semi-cute, kind of pudgy girl from their tiny social circle that they met, that they know through a friend of a friend, that they choose to become their girlfriend. And then throughout the relationship, that girl begins to consistently poison drip him and mouth off to him and disrespect him and annihilate him verbally and mentally throughout the relationship. Right? I see a lot of these girls do that because they know that you have no place else to go. They know that you have no backups. There's no competition. There's no other girls they have to compete with. And as I always teach my self-development students, people will only act as good as they need to, especially women. They will only act as good as they need to. And if they know that they could treat you piss poorly and you still won't leave, guess what? They're going to treat you piss poorly. Sorry to say. So when it comes to long-term relationships, you know, as you're building up to that, you know, you should be creating a circle of dating options. And again, you want to choose your future dating partner out of those circle of dating options. That's exactly what I do. What I do is I go out and approach girls, get numbers, go on Insta dates, take girls out, just go on random dates every once in a while. And then from the flock of girls that I'm approaching and closing, and girls that are showing up to dates and aren't flaking, you know, and because I'm choosing girls from a place of abundance, I screen these girls very, very hard. And just by me screening them, that automatically, by default, demonstrates to them that this guy's high value. He has his choice in women. He doesn't need to choose just me. He has his choice. So already we're starting off our relationship on the right foot, where they are getting sucked into my frame and my reality versus the other way around. Like most guys. Most guys, when they're getting into a relationship with a girl, they're just rolling over and thanking their lucky stars that some female out there with a vagina happens to like them. Right? They're just rolling over and thanking their lucky stars. Whereas with me, I put these girls through a never-ending probationary period. Right? They're constantly on probation. It's like if they start acting out treating me piss poorly, zapping me of energy, picking fights with me for no reason, de-energizing me, distracting me from my business, if they begin causing a nuisance in my life, they're gone. Okay, I do not put up with that shit as many of you guys do. They're gone. I don't need you. Okay, because I've got a dating rotation of other women. I don't need you. Okay, and if any of those other girls start acting out, guess what? I will get rid of them too. But again, I screen very hard. I screen very, very hard. So every single girl I'm dating right now, thankfully, is very, very cool. They're not like that. They're cool girls, and they all have lives. They all have good jobs. They all have their own cars, their own money. They don't expect me to pay for everything. Yeah, they're just cool girls. They're fun to hang out with. I enjoy spending time with them. But what keeps them in line the most is the fact that they know that I have backup options. Okay, I have backup options. Even the girls that I've been monogamous with in the past, the fact that they've known, like, this guy has backup options keeps them in line. It keeps them from acting like a bitch in the relationship. Okay, it keeps them from wanting to exercise their own hypergamous nature as women. Okay, as you know, women are very hypergamous. They're always looking for the highest value male that they can possibly attract. And the best way to show that you're high value is by demonstrating pre-selection, social proof that you're pre-selected by other women, that other hot women want you. That is the absolute, hands down, best way to show a girl that you are high value and that she is with a high value male. Okay, by pre-selection. Works like magic. You know, and the icing on the cake is you're choosing your dating partners out of abundance versus scarcity. You know, you are going to be automatically by default controlling the frame. The girl is going to automatically by default be getting sucked into your reality. Okay, sure, she's gonna shit test you every once in a while. I get shit tested by every single girl I'm dating constantly. They're constantly wanting more from the relationship. They're constantly wanting to be more monogamous. They're constantly, like, each one of them is constantly asking me to get rid of that girl, that girl, that girl. And I'm like, I'm just not ready to do that right now. I stay strong in my frame. I stay strong in what I want for myself right now. Okay, it's easy to stay strong in my frame because it's part of my path and purpose. Right? I'm not going to sway off my path and purpose for any woman. Neither should you. So staying strong in my frame is very, very easy. Okay, it's not hard to do at all. So by telling these girls that, hey, you know, I'm not going to enter into a relationship with you at this time. I just don't want to. But I also say, you know, at any time you're free to leave. I'm not trying to keep you here. You know, if you think you could find a better man out there, the door's open. You know, and it's funny because there's thousands and thousands of guys that they can run to out there. You know, most are beta orbiters, most are beta males, and I think they know that. That's why, you know, most women, once they get a high value guy, they don't want to leave. But it's very important that, you know, before you get into an LTR, first and foremost, you want to choose that partner out of abundance and not scarcity. So while you're single, if you're single now, you want to be spinning plates, which means you want to create a circle of dating options, as I always do. I constantly keep a circle of dating options in my rotation because some of these girls will drop off. I mean, it's just part of human nature. They're not always going to be there, and I know that. You know, some of them might want to move on. That's fine. A lot of people these days are very transient. So girls I've dated have been transferred because of, like, you know, job reasons or family reasons. They've had to move to a different city. So we've had to break off our relationship, you know, prematurely. So it pays to spin plates because you're going to constantly be replacing people. You're going to constantly have to make up for that attrition. Whoever you enter into a long-term relationship with, you need to make sure she feels that constant competition anxiety. Okay, you need to make sure that she feels that she is not the only one in your life and that you can jump to another woman if she ever screws up on you, that you have that option. She needs to know that you have that option, because if she doesn't think you have that option and she just thinks that, you know, you're some low value schmuck that she was able to hook, I guarantee you that girl is going out every single day whenever you're not around, and she is constantly looking for a high value male. She is constantly fielding her options, especially if she's on social media. Like I teach you guys in these LTRs, if your woman, your girlfriend or wife is still on social media, that's bad news. Okay, and I've done a separate coaching video on this. I'm not going to get too much into it here, but if you've abandoned your sexual mating strategy which is unlimited access to unlimited sexual partners, then she needs to abandon hers, which is open hypergamy. And by her being on social media and uploading these daily selfies of herself wearing that cute top, or coming out of the hair salon with her hair just done, or her makeup just done, or her nails just done, looking all hot, getting all those likes from those thirsty beta orbiters, if she's still doing that, then guess what? She's still exercising her hypergamous ways, and she has not abandoned her own sexual mating strategy, all the while you have. Okay, she is still on social media, and believe me when I tell you, those guys who are following her on social media, those guys are definitely sliding into her DM and her Facebook Messenger and sending your girl dick pics and their phone numbers and their email addresses, and they're all asking her out and asking her to cheat on you and asking her out on dates. So the fact that she's still on social media is not good. And if you're an LTR, just very quickly, as I teach you guys, if you're with a girl who's still on social media and that chick is in a monogamous relationship with you, she needs to delete her account. Not deactivate her account, delete her account. Entirely delete her account. Because if she just deactivates it temporarily, the moment you guys break up, guess what? She could just turn it right back on within seconds, and that self-storage full of dicks that she was storing while you guys were together are going to be ready to go as soon as you guys break up, as soon as you screw up. Okay, so do not put up with that type of behavior, guys. Right? If you're in an LTR, your woman has to delete her social media account, unless it's tied to her business, which most of these girls are not going to have a business that's tied to their social media. But unless she has a business that requires her to be on social media, she has no business being on social media. I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. She needs to delete all of that, not deactivate it, because she's going to try to sell you on that deactivation bullshit. Like, okay, I'll make you happy. You win. I'll deactivate my account. Like, no. You got to delete it. Because if I have to start over when we break up, guess what? You have to too. Fair is fair. And social media for you is not the same as it is for her. Okay, because chances are you're not uploading selfies of yourself and getting thousands of instant likes from thirsty beta females. You don't have the same power that she does on social media. Okay, it's just like walking into a nightclub. Your girl is going to have a lot more power than you do, because guys are going to want to have sex with her just based off of how cute she is. Where girls, even if they think you're hot, they're not going to want to like strip your pants right then and there and start sucking you off. So if you want to level the playing field in your LTRs and your monogamous relationships with your girlfriend or your wife, you need to have backups. Now, if you're in a relationship now, it's kind of hard to do that, especially if you've already set the frame that it's just you and her and there weren't any outside dating partners. It's very difficult to go backwards. As I teach students, it's almost impossible to go backwards in a relationship. However, you can still make her feel that competition anxiety just by dressing better, looking more attractive, being more fit, and getting more attention from the opposite sex when you are out with your girlfriend or wife. Whenever you're out with her, and every time another woman checks you out and she sees that, she's going to value you that much more. Even if she gets jealous over it temporarily, she's going to value you that much more. So for you guys who are in these long-term relationships, I know it's customary for you guys to turn into complete slobs and wear sweats and get fat and, you know, scratch your ass all day in front of her. Stop doing these things that are unattractive, that are turning her off, that are making her want to seek out a higher value male. Stop doing these things, okay? Instead, start dressing better. Start taking care of yourself. Start brushing your teeth more often. If your teeth are misaligned, get some Invisalign. If you have a bad haircut, go get a new haircut. Update your style. If you're wearing clothes from like 2 decades ago that are kind of went out with the 90s, update your wardrobe. Just start looking and acting more attractive around her, so you start getting the attention of the opposite sex. You start getting the attention of other women. Okay? Because once your girl sees other women are looking at you, she will start to value you more. And you will create that competition anxiety in her mind without actually having to go out there and, you know, create a circle of dating options. You know, this is assuming you're in a relationship now. I mean, obviously you can't go out there and start picking up girls to create your backups, right? She probably won't like that. But what you can do is you can start improving yourself and start becoming a more attractive man. Start watching videos like mine and just start using the information I give you, the lessons I give you, the secrets I share with you to become a more attractive man, so that other women are checking you out. And when you're out with your girl, And she notices that, like I said, she will value you that much more. But for you guys who are not in relationships now and you're looking to get into a relationship with a girl, understand, first and foremost, you want to choose that partner out of a circle of dating options. So you want to choose that partner out of abundance and not scarcity. Okay, so don't try to wife up the first cute girl you meet. That's a huge mistake. I mean, I'm out in field 4 to 5 times per week. I meet cute, hot girls all the time. Cute, hot girls that, you know, are willing to take me home. Cute, hot girls that I could date with ease, that I brush aside just because our beliefs do not align. Just because I know that if I did enter a relationship with this girl, it would be a complete train wreck. Because a lot of these girls, not all, but, you know, a good number of these girls tend to be crazy, right? They might have like BPD, borderline personality disorder, or some other mental issue where they're a little insane. But a lot of you guys, just because she's cute, you're just like so ready to wife that girl up, you know, because you're choosing her out of scarcity. You don't want to do that. You want to choose your dating partners, especially long-term dating partners, out of abundance. So for you single guys, you should be out spinning plates. You should be out doing pickup, approaching girls, creating a circle of dating options, and then choosing which dating partners that your beliefs and your values align the most with, the girl that is the coolest and obviously the hottest, right? That you feel the most comfortable with, that you get along with the most, that you have the most fun with, and you share the same sense of humor with. You know, you want to choose that girl out of your circle of dating options, and then just keep those other girls as backups. You know, if you're going to enter an LTR with that girl, just let the other girls know, like, hey, I met this cool girl. I'm going to shift my focus towards her and just kind of feel it out and see where it goes. But I do like you, and, you know, if this doesn't work out, I'm definitely going to hit you up. Okay, that's exactly what I've said to girls before when I've entered an LTR with a super hot, super cool girl. I tell these girls, like, hey, you know, I'm just going to shift my focus towards this girl right now and see what's up. And if it doesn't work out, you're definitely going to hear from me. That's what I tell them. You know, and then the girl I enter that LTR with, I tell her that. I tell her, like, I told these girls, like, hey, I'm going to shift my focus towards you, and I'm going to see how this goes, so don't let me down. So I leave her with a sense that if she screws up, or if she does anything to annoy me, piss me off, disrespect me, or zap me of energy, or distract me from my business, anything that is not healthy for me and my lifestyle, guess what? I'm out. And I'm going to give one of these other girls a shot. So don't screw up, right? And that is the kind of power you will have with a hot girl that you make your girlfriend when you choose her out of abundance and not scarcity. And really, that's the only way you're going to get these hot girls to stay with you. Okay, is by choosing her out of abundance versus scarcity. She needs to know that she was chosen out of a lineup of girls, that you could have had your pick, but you chose her. Okay, and it's not permanent, by the way. She needs to know, like, hey, you know, just because I chose you doesn't mean it's permanent. It just means that we're on a trial basis right now. I want to see how this relationship goes. I want to see how you treat me. I want to see how we get along. You know, as I said, with girls I date, they're on an endless probationary period. It's like, hey, don't slip, you know, because the second you start slipping and poison dripping me and throwing hissy fits and acting out and disrespecting me and distracting me away from my business, that's not going to work for me. I don't like that. And I'm out as soon as you do that. All right, so I am going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M. Don't forget to smash that like button below. It helps me out a lot. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell up top so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video. And more importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing really helps my channel, guys, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. And for you guys who want to support my work and support my content and everything I'm teaching you guys here, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery. It's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons, and I'm going to be teaching you all of my best tips, tricks, and secrets for how to go out there and approach and close the best looking women on the planet. I'm talking 8s, 9s, and 10s. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to do all this in the very first month of mastery alone. Okay, and like I said, the first month is only $1. So if you want to support my work and my channel, my content, that's a great way to do it. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It'll take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It only takes 2 seconds. So until next time, this is M, and I will see you in my next coaching video.